Ever felt a magnetic pull towards someone fiercely independent, only to find yourself inexplicably pushed away? It's like trying to grasp smoke. There's a presence, but it vanishes. Are these individuals cold and heartless, or is there a hidden truth behind their distance? Forget the labels you've heard. We're diving deep into the real reasons why some strong, self-reliant people build walls, not out of malice, but perhaps out of necessity. Prepare to have your perceptions challenged, because the answers might surprise you. Stick around as we unravel this fascinating puzzle together. The unbreakable need for autonomy, their personal sanctuary. Ever feel that intense desire to just be alone, to recharge in your own space without any external demands? For some individuals, this isn't just a preference. It's a fundamental need, akin to needing air to breathe. Imagine a lone wolf, not out of aggression, but because their strength and survival depend on their ability to navigate the world independently. Similarly, individuals with a deep value for autonomy view their personal space and time as a sanctuary, essential for their mental and emotional well-being. Pushing people away in this context isn't about rejecting them, but about protecting this vital inner space. Think of an artist deeply engrossed in their work, needing complete solitude to bring their vision to life. Interrupting them isn't just an inconvenience, it disrupts their flow and their ability to create. These individuals often have a strong internal compass and prefer to chart their own course, making decisions and facing challenges on their own terms. This isn't about being antisocial. It's about being pro-self. Understanding this core need can shift your perspective from seeing their distance as a personal rejection to recognizing it as a fundamental aspect of their personality. It's about respecting their need for self-direction and recognizing that their independence is a source of their strength. The introverts recharge. Solitude as fuel, not isolation. Have you ever felt completely drained after a social event, needing hours of quiet to feel like yourself again? This is the everyday reality for introverts. Unlike extroverts who gain energy from social interaction, introverts find their energy reserves depleted by it. When someone who values independence also leans towards introversion, their need for solitude becomes even more pronounced. Imagine a phone battery that drains quickly. They need to plug into their solitude charger frequently to function optimally. Pushing people away in this context isn't a sign of dislike or animosity. It's a necessary act of self-preservation. Think of a writer who spends their days crafting stories in quiet isolation. This isn't because they hate people, but because their creative process thrives in solitude. Social interaction, while potentially enjoyable in small doses, can be overwhelming and leave them feeling emotionally and mentally exhausted. Their need for space isn't a rejection of connection, but a way to replenish their energy so they can engage more meaningfully when they do choose to connect. Understanding this difference between introversion and extroversion is crucial to interpreting their need for distance as a personal preference for recharging rather than a deliberate act of pushing others away. Driven by purpose, when goals take center stage, picture a mountaineer relentlessly focused on reaching the summit. Every decision, every action is geared towards that singular goal. For some individuals, their lives are driven by a powerful sense of purpose and a relentless pursuit of their ambitions. When someone is deeply engrossed in their work, a passion project, or a significant life goal, their focus becomes incredibly intense. This can sometimes lead to them appearing distant or unavailable, not because they don't care about people, but because their current priority demands their undivided attention. Think of a startup founder working tirelessly to build their company. Their late nights and missed social gatherings aren't a reflection of their lack of interest in their friends, but a testament to their dedication to their vision. They might seem to push people away because their mental and emotional energy is primarily directed towards achieving their objectives. This isn't about being selfish, it's about being intensely focused. Their drive and ambition are integral to who they are, and during periods of intense focus, social engagements might feel like a distraction from their primary mission. Understanding this intense dedication can help you see their distance not as a personal slight, but as a byproduct of their commitment to their goals. The ghosts of the past. When trust is hard-earned. Have you ever been deeply hurt or betrayed by someone you trusted? Those experiences can leave lasting scars, making it difficult to open up and form close connections again. For individuals who have experienced significant emotional pain or betrayal in the past, building trust can be a slow and arduous process. Their tendency to push people away might stem from a protective mechanism, a way to shield themselves from potential future hurt. Imagine a stray animal that has been mistreated. It will naturally be wary of human interaction, even from those who mean well. Similarly, past negative experiences can lead individuals to be guarded and hesitant to let people get too close. This isn't about judging everyone based on past experiences, but about a deep-seated fear of vulnerability. They might test boundaries, appear aloof, or take a long time to truly open up. Their distance isn't necessarily a reflection of you, but a consequence of their past wounds. Understanding this can foster empathy and patience, allowing them the time and space they need to build trust at their own pace. It's about recognizing that their guarded behavior is often a shield built from past pain. 5. The illusion of arrogance. Independence misinterpreted. Ever met someone who seems incredibly self-assured and doesn't appear to need validation from others? Sometimes this strong sense of independence can be misconstrued as arrogance or aloofness. When individuals are comfortable in their own skin, confident in their abilities, and don't actively seek external approval, it can sometimes make others feel intimidated or even rejected. Think of a successful entrepreneur who has achieved their goals through their own hard work and determination. Their self-confidence might be perceived as arrogance by some, even though it's simply a reflection of their achievements and self-belief. They might not engage in small talk or seek constant reassurance, which can be misinterpreted as looking down on others. However, their independence often stems from a strong internal locus of control and a belief in their own capabilities, not from a desire to belittle others. Understanding that their self-reliance isn't necessarily a sign of superiority, but rather a characteristic of their personality, can help bridge the gap in perception. It's about recognizing that their confidence is often inward-focused and not intended to exclude or intimidate. Seeking authenticity, the discomfort with superficiality. Have you ever felt drained by shallow conversations or social interactions that lack genuine connection? For some individuals who value independence and depth, superficiality can be particularly unfulfilling. They might distance themselves from interactions they perceive as shallow, inauthentic, or lacking in meaningful substance. Imagine someone who enjoys deep philosophical discussions finding themselves stuck in a conversation about the weather. They might politely disengage, not because they dislike the person, but because the interaction doesn't resonate with their need for intellectual stimulation and genuine connection. They might prefer fewer but more meaningful relationships, valuing quality over quantity. Their reluctance to engage in small talk or participate in social rituals they find meaningless isn't necessarily a sign of being antisocial, but rather a preference for deeper, more authentic interactions. Understanding this can help you appreciate that their distance might be a way of preserving their energy for connections that truly matter to them. It's about recognizing their desire for genuine engagement and their discomfort with interactions they perceive as superficial. Boundary guardians, protecting their inner world. Think of your personal boundaries as invisible fences that protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. For individuals who value independence, these boundaries are often particularly strong and well-defined. Their tendency to push people away can often be a way of establishing and maintaining these crucial boundaries. This isn't about being unfriendly or rejecting others, but about safeguarding their inner world from external demands or intrusions that they might find overwhelming or draining. Imagine someone who needs a significant amount of uninterrupted time to focus on their creative work. They might politely decline social invitations or limit their availability to protect that precious time. This isn't a personal rejection, but a necessary measure to ensure they can dedicate themselves to their priorities. Setting boundaries is a healthy aspect of self-care, and for independent individuals, it's often a non-negotiable aspect of maintaining their equilibrium. Understanding this can help you respect their need for space and recognize that their boundaries are not meant to exclude you personally, but rather to protect their overall well-being and allow them to thrive in their own way. So, we've journeyed through the intricate reasons why some fiercely independent individuals might create distance. Remember, it's often less about rejection and more about their deep-seated needs for autonomy, energy management, focus, and boundary setting. Understanding these nuances fosters empathy and stronger connections. What are your thoughts? Have you experienced this or identified with any of these points? Share your stories and insights in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more thought-provoking content, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.